Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It's September 2015 and this is the third month in a row that we've had an absolutely just crazy month. So let's jump right into it. So for income this month, made $2,880 even. So overtime was really dropping off quite a bit compared to the last 2 months, and I've been pretty busy as well. It's mainly a lack of overtime. If they had more availability, I would definitely pick up the shifts, but worked about 48 hours on average. So I worked 2 weekends out of the 4 and then had 2 weekends off, which was good. For taxes, paid $593.28 in taxes this month. Put in $144 into the 401k and $2,142.72 for take-home pay. So not the greatest month, not the worst month. Worked a little bit extra, but nothing too crazy. And I'll explain further here in just a second. But for 2015, I've made $28,800. I've paid almost $6,000 in taxes, about $1,400 I put in my 401k, taken home $21,400. And for lifetime, I finally crossed 90,000. I'm at 91,000 in gross income, 19,000 I've paid in taxes, 3,000 I put in my 401k, and 68,500 in take-home pay. So yeah, that's how the income looked for September. A few updates here. We'll go ahead and switch over to the net worth tab. So first, with our house number one that I was living in as of a couple weeks ago, I have moved the listing price down to 45,000, where we originally started at 55,000 in July and then moved it down to 50,000 in August, moving it down to 45,000. We've had a couple showings, but just nothing too crazy. So I am going to increase the value of the house on my net worth tracker though. So I'm moving it up to 30,000. I'm fairly confident I can at least get 30,000 for the house. So I'm going to go ahead and let that be reflected here. We also closed on our second house, which is the triplex. I have started the process of evicting the people from the first one-bedroom unit downstairs, and then I have moved into the other one-bedroom unit that's on the other side of the downstairs. So got that purchase for 60,000. It was not listed on like a public website. It was listed on like a for sale by owner, like a kind of like a Craigslist or something like that. Um, so I feel like the house is actually worth about 80,000. I feel like I got another just crazy deal out here, but I ended up paying 60,000 for the house. I did get a loan on the house, so we're going to drop down to debts. It is $45,000 even is what I owe currently. So I was able to put $15,000 down, which was 25%. Then I also had some closing cost as well, which was about $2,000. So ended up having to spend about $17,000. Thankfully, I got the deposits back from the people that moved in, which was part of the closing. So I wasn't going to be able to close because I didn't have enough cash. So I was going to have to delay another month while I saved up to, it was like 17,500. But thankfully, I got $1,000 back at closing, taken off the price for the people's deposit when they moved into the rental house. So I was able to close. We'll update my cash position here in a second. It's going to be scary, but for our 401k, we are at $7,868 this month. So went up a couple $100, nothing too crazy, but yeah, that's how everything's looking. The house is financed on a 15-year fixed rate loan. I didn't have too many issues getting the loan. They wanted me to put 20 to 25% down, and 25% down, I got a much better rate. So I'm at 3.25% on 15 years. So my monthly payment is $316.20 per month. So really not too bad for a house, honestly. Especially if I'm making, 2 or 3,000 a month. That's about 10%, maybe 15% of my income. So, and plus, if I can rent these other 2 units out, then we should be able to be cash flow positive and make that help our net worth as well. So, all right, here's the drum roll for checkings. I survived the month, but barely. $382.75. I don't know if I've ever been this low in my checkings account before. So a little bit of panic has set in. Thankfully, I do not have to make a house payment until November 1st. So that $316 house payment will not come out in October, which is, I definitely needed that. I also need to start saving up to start remodeling some of these apartments. Really, right now, all I'm doing is cleaning as the best that I can. Um, but I really have to watch my spending here and hopefully try to pick up some more overtime. The eviction is not going to cost too awfully much, about $100, which now that I say of it is like 25% of the cash that I have. But the eviction should happen here in the next couple weeks. So it's a relatively small town, so the courthouse is not super overwhelmed with court cases. So it's pretty quick for me to get in there. I do need to start studying up on what the eviction process. I know how to file the eviction, but when I get to court, when to stand and what to do and what not to say, and when's my turn to talk. I need to start doing some research on all that as well. But um, yeah, just kind of a crazy month for September. Yeah, but our net worth, I mean, we're at $73,251. Um, a lot of that gain this month is the equity from the second house. So I gained 20,000 in net worth because I got a super good deal on this house. Um, yeah, which increased it a lot. And then this $5,000 between these two here, moving the old house that I used to live in up, that helped us 25,000 this month. So yeah, so 73,251, and I think for the first time ever, I am above my goal pace. So I'm ahead $14,851. It's very mixed feelings. This is by far the furthest ahead I've been on my goal pace. So goal pace is becoming a millionaire by the age of 30. So I'm ahead of schedule. I'm 21 right now. Um, yeah, so it's a weird feeling. The first time I've ever been ahead of pace, and also seeing a 25,000 net worth increase, but then also seeing the least amount of cash that I've ever seen in my checkings account and the most amount of debt that I've ever seen, as well. So it's I don't know, it's just a strange feeling. Lots of changes in the net worth this month. So yeah, that's really it for September. So wish me luck on the eviction. First couple weeks of October. Hopefully we can get them out of there. By the way, I did try to work with them as well. For people watching thinking I'm evil for evicting these people, I did talk with them and ask them if they wanted to do some work on their apartment. If I paid for the materials, I would count that towards their rent. They said no. The house is on a quarter-acre yard. I asked if they wanted to push mow the yard with my lawnmower, and use my gas and just keep the yard mowed for me, and I would call it good for a couple months. And they also said no. So it's a little awkward right now. I'm, push mowing the yard, and they're sitting on the front porch watching me mow the yard and knowing that they're going to be evicted here in a couple weeks, but assuming that I win. So I did try to do everything that I can to help them out. I understand sometimes people, get on hard times, and I'm absolutely willing to help them. But I do think people need to help themselves. And never in my lifetime have I had somebody ever offer me a deal like that. And I would make sure every single blade of grass was cut perfectly in that yard if the owner of the house was giving me that deal. So I did try to work with them. I don't feel as bad about the eviction process now. But yeah, wish me luck here in the next couple weeks. Hopefully we can start some remodels. Hopefully we can get the old house sold, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. And yeah, then we'll start saving up cash again. So thanks everyone for joining me in the video. And if you have any questions, comments, or things that you'd like me to include in future videos, just comment them down below. Thanks everyone, and we will see you in the next video.